call. Through doubts and fears, find your inner thrall. Every setback a chance to reclaim. Let your passion ignite, let it flame.
Welcome to Living Well, Living Rich podcast. Today, we're embarking on a deep dive into a truly insightful resource that I've been, incredibly excited to share with you. The Love Language Code, Building Stronger Relationships Through Better Communication by Dr. Shu Chen Hou. We're not just, reviewing a book, we're really digging into its most powerful nuggets of wisdom, offering you a shortcut, to understanding the complex yet beautiful dynamics of love and communication that can genuinely transform your relationships. At the heart of every thriving connection, isn't it all about how we communicate and express affection?
It absolutely is, yeah. And what's particularly profound about Dr. Hou's work is how she takes concepts many of us might think we know, like, love languages, and really elevates them. She doesn't just describe, she provides this precise, actionable guide to navigating those often overlooked yet deeply significant aspects of how we give and receive love. Our mission today is to truly understand her unique lens, helping you clarify misunderstandings and deepen intimacy in ways you might not have considered before.
All right, let's unpack this then. We begin our deep dive with the bedrock of the Love Language Code, which, it builds on the concept of love languages, originally from Dr. Gary Chapman. Many of our listeners are likely familiar with the basic idea, but what's Dr. Shu Chen Hou's unique lens on this already powerful framework? What new depths does she uncover that make it feel fresh and, even more actionable for relationships today?
That's a great question. What's fascinating here is that while the core idea, distinct ways of giving and receiving love remains, Dr. Hou really emphasizes the precision needed, both in identifying and, crucially, responding to these languages. She highlights that it's not enough just to know about them. True harmony comes from the deliberate practice of speaking your partner's primary language, which, often feels kind of counterintuitive to your own. It's about a conscious shift in perspective, really moving beyond your default way of showing love.
That's a powerful distinction. So it's not just awareness, but active adaptation. And Dr. Hou then masterfully clarifies these 5 primary love languages. Let's delve into them, but with her specific insights in mind. First, words of affirmation. Now, Dr. Hou challenges the idea that this is just about, saying nice things. For these individuals, it's about specific, heartfelt verbal compliments and expressions of appreciation that truly make them feel seen. So, what's a subtle way Dr. Hou suggests we can elevate a simple compliment into something profound for someone whose language is affirmation?
Well, she advises moving beyond the generic praise. So instead of just, you look nice, she suggests something more like, I really appreciate how thoughtful you were in choosing that outfit. It totally brightens your eyes. See the difference? It's about connecting the affirmation to a specific action or quality, showing you've truly observed and valued them. For these individuals, it's not just the words, but the specificity and the sincerity that resonate deeply. It acts like emotional fuel for them.
That makes perfect sense. Making it personal. Next up, we have acts of service. These individuals feel loved when their partner demonstrates care through tangible actions. Dr. Hou really dives into the intention behind these actions, highlighting that it's not just about getting things done right, but about the thoughtfulness and proactive spirit. She gives the example of anticipating a need before it's even voiced, like refilling a favorite coffee mug without being asked. How does she differentiate this from just, doing chores?
It moves way beyond mere task completion. It becomes a profound demonstration of care. Dr. Hou points out that for an acts of service person, it's not just that the lawn got mowed, but that you noticed it needed doing and took the initiative without being prompted. That's key. It's about alleviating burdens, big or small, and signaling, hey, we're a team. I'm actively supporting your well-being. It's like an unspoken, I've got your back.
Gotcha. Then there's receiving gifts. Dr. Hou really pushes back on the idea that this language is materialistic. She highlights that for gift receivers, it's often less about the item itself and more about the visible proof of being seen and remembered. So what's a subtle way Dr. Hou suggests we can elevate a simple gift into a powerful message of love, connecting back to that idea of being seen?
It's all about the story and the intent behind it. She recommends infusing gifts with personal meaning. Perhaps it's a book by an author they mentioned like months ago in passing, or maybe their favorite snack brought home after a really tough day. It transforms a simple object into a tangible symbol of your attentiveness and care, the monetary value. That's secondary to the emotional resonance.
I love that. Proof that you're paying attention, yeah. Next, quality time. This language emphasizes undivided attention and shared experiences. And wow, in our hyper-connected world, true, Distraction-free time feels increasingly rare, doesn't it? What's a common trap Dr. Hou warns against when we think we're giving quality time, but are actually missing the mark?
Oh, the biggest trap is what she calls proximate presence versus actual engagement. We might be in the same room, but we're scrolling on our phones or maybe watching different screens. Dr. Howe stresses that quality time isn't just about being together, it's about being present together, fully present. It's about active listening, meaningful conversation, or shared activities where the focus is genuinely on each other, building that deep emotional bond. It demands your full attention, not just, your physical proximity.
Right, right. And finally, physical touch, which Dr. Hou reminds us, is incredibly vital for connection and reassurance. This covers everything from holding hands to a warm embrace. So with these 5 powerful languages laid out, what's the very first step listeners should take to start applying this wisdom, beyond just knowing the definitions?
Dr. Howe emphasizes self-reflection first. Understand your own primary love language. That clarifies how you expect to receive love and, interestingly, how you naturally give it. Then, engaging in open, curious dialogue with your partner is absolutely paramount. The goal is to discover their primary language and, importantly, acknowledge that your natural way of expressing love might not be their preferred way of receiving it. That gap, that bridge, is where the real work begins.
That's a crucial starting point, identifying your personal lens and then making that intentional effort to see through your partners. Okay, so if we connect this to the bigger picture, effective communication isn't just part of relationships, it's the bridge itself, right? Facilitating understanding, empathy, and deep connection. As Dr. Shu Chen Hou states, and it's a quote that really stuck with me, strong relationships are built on the foundation of understanding, empathy, and meaningful communication. It's the cornerstone.
Yeah.
Everything else is built on it.
Precisely. And Dr. Howell's work really unpacks this cornerstone, detailing how communication shapes our bonds. A key element is active listening. She emphasizes this isn't just nodding along. She actually calls it listening to understand, not just to reply. She gives an example of truly mirroring back what you heard, not just summarizing, but reflecting the underlying emotion. How does she suggest we practice this to genuinely validate a partner's perspective, especially when we might, disagree?
She suggests a technique she calls echoing with empathy. It's about saying something like, okay, so what I think I'm hearing is that you're feeling frustrated because X happened.
Yeah.
And that makes you feel unsupported. Is that right? Am I getting that? This approach, it validates their feelings first and gives them a chance to correct you if you're off. It ensures true understanding before you even jump in with your own perspective, builds incredible trust.
That's an excellent technique, really practical. Then she highlights nonverbal communication. Your body language, facial expressions, tone of voice. They convey messages that words alone often can't. A gentle touch or an open posture can strengthen emotional bonds, while, say, crossed arms or looking away can signal disconnection, even if your words sound reassuring. Dr. Herr argues that often our nonverbal cues actually override our verbal ones, so being aware of these signals is absolutely vital.
That's so true. The subtext often speaks louder than the text, doesn't it? And then there's expressing needs. Openly discussing your desires and expectations fosters collaboration. Dr. Ho frames this not as making demands, but as inviting your partner into your world. When needs are clearly communicated with vulnerability, it eliminates so much ambiguity and significantly reduces the potential for disappointment and resentment down the line. It's a really proactive approach to partnership.
Yeah, but effective communication faces some common barriers. One significant one Dr. Howe highlights is assumptions. We often believe we know what our partner is thinking or feeling without actually checking. This is just fertile ground for misunderstandings, like assuming quietness means they're angry when maybe they're just exhausted. Host, I imagine you've seen this one play out.
Oh, assumptions. That's a huge one. Absolutely. I know I've been guilty of thinking I knew exactly what my partner was thinking, only to find out I was completely off base. Dr. Howe's point here about verifying rather than assuming. It's so fundamental to avoiding unnecessary friction, isn't it? It requires us to just pause and ask, hey, can you tell me more about that, instead of jumping straight to conclusions.
It really does. Another barrier she discusses is emotional baggage. Past experiences, old relationship dynamics, maybe unresolved conflicts, they can definitely influence how we interact right now. This can lead to defensive or withdrawal. Dr. Howe advocates for recognizing these patterns and creating a safe space to share those feelings without fear, maybe even exploring where these reactions truly come from.
That's a deep dive in itself.
Oh, wow.
And differences in communication styles can also create friction. Big time. Some prefer directness, others a more nuanced approach. It's like my friend who loves a detailed, point-by-point explanation while his wife just wants the headline.
Yeah.
Dr. Hou really stresses that adapting to bridge this gap, it not only enhances understanding, but also shows respect, moving beyond just our default style.
Absolutely. And lastly, external factors like stress and distractions, they can significantly impede meaningful conversations. Dr. Hou doesn't just name these. She suggests actively counteracting them, emphasizing the importance of dedicated, uninterrupted time together, kind of creating a sacred space for connection, even when life feels chaotic.
This raises a really important question then. How does listening specifically play into understanding and expressing these love languages? Because it sounds like it's central to all of them, like the thread running through it all.
It truly is fundamental, yes.
Oh.
For quality time, listening means actively setting aside distractions, giving your partner that undivided attention, making them feel like the most important person in the room right then. For words of affirmation, it's not just hearing the compliment, but understanding the intention and the genuine emotion behind it, letting it truly sink in and register. For acts of service, listening means grasping the significance behind a request for help or support, showing you're willing to contribute thoughtfully and often proactively before they even ask. And for physical touch, listening involves being acutely attuned to those nonverbal cues, body language, subtle signals that indicate a desire for closeness or maybe needing space. Respecting those boundaries while offering comfort. As Shu Chen Hou beautifully puts it, the key to connection isn't just talking, it's truly listening with an open heart. That means listening without judgment, with curiosity, and a genuine desire to understand.
Okay, here's where it gets really interesting for me. Knowing is one thing, right? But doing it, that's where the magic, and let's be honest, often the challenge truly happens. How do we practically discover our partner's love language? And then, crucially, how do we express our love in a way that genuinely lands with them? What's the biggest barrier people face in consistently doing this, and how does Dr. Hou advise overcoming it?
Well, the biggest barrier is often our own default setting. We tend to give love in the way we prefer to receive it. It's natural, but not always effective. Dr. Hou's first practical method for discovery is observing behaviors and preferences. Pay meticulous attention. Watch how your partner responds to various gestures of affection. And also, how do they naturally show love to you and others? Do their eyes light up more with a thoughtful gift or with heartfelt words? Their reactions are invaluable clues, like a code to their internal programming.
So essentially, watch what makes them feel cherished and also notice what they tend to give freely to you.
Yeah, exactly. Second, engaging in open conversations. This means creating that safe, non-judgmental space we talked about. Practice that active listening and ask curious questions like, what makes you feel most loved and appreciated? Or, when do you feel most connected to me? This direct dialogue is vital. It lets both partners articulate their needs and preferences without guesswork, takes the mystery out of it. And third, she suggests tools and assessments. Using things like love language quizzes, communication style inventories, or even just journaling prompts can be great starting points for conversation. They can reveal insights that might otherwise remain hidden or unexpressed, giving you a shared language to build upon.
Right, those quizzes can be surprisingly insightful sometimes. So once you have that insight, how do you actually express love in their language, moving from knowing to doing it consistently?
Dr. Hou gives specific, practical examples, always emphasizing authenticity and intentionality. It has to feel real. For words of affirmation, maybe leaving a sweet specific note on their pillow, sending an unexpected text acknowledging their efforts at work, or just verbally articulating what you admire about them regularly. For acts of service, cooking their favorite meal after a long day, proactively helping with chores you know they hate, or running an errand without being asked, that proactivity is key. For receiving gifts, it's about thoughtfulness, bringing home their favorite obscure snack, surprising them with a book by an author they've mentioned. Emphasizing the intention and showing you know them deeply, not the price tag. For quality time, plan a weekly date night focused on real interaction, take a walk together with phones off, or simply enjoy quiet evenings free from screens, being truly present. And for physical touch, make consistent efforts for things like holding hands, warm hugs when you part or meet, cuddling on the couch, or just those small affectionate touches during conversations.
What truly stands out to me here is the impact of consistency and effort. These aren't just one-off grand gestures, are they? They're ongoing, intentional actions that build trust and connection over time. It's like a daily commitment.
Precisely. The profound power lies in that consistency. It signals ongoing commitment and genuine care day in, day out. And as Dr. Hou reminds us, effective communication isn't about being perfect. It's about being authentic and intentional. That authenticity, combined with sustained effort, that's what makes all the difference in truly reaching your partner's heart.
Okay, but relationships aren't always smooth sailing, right? Let's unpack this. How do love languages and intentional communication help us when disagreements inevitably arise? Okay, let's be honest, they will. How do we use Dr. Howe's framework to maybe even transform conflict into connection?
They absolutely will arise, yeah. Dr. Howe offers some really clear strategies for navigating conflicts. The first step is understanding triggers and reactions. Recognizing what specific phrases, actions, or even tones of voice trigger strong emotional responses in yourself and your partner is crucial. These reactions often have roots in past experiences. By understanding these roots, you can create a safer space for expression without judgment, learning to respond thoughtfully rather than just react impulsively.
That's huge. And then when you're actually in the thick of it, communicating during disagreements is key. This means practicing that active listening again, truly hearing what your partner is saying without already planning your rebuttal in your head. It also means using I statements like, I feel unheard when I don't get a chance to finish my thought, instead of blaming like, you never listen. Yeah. Dr. Hell also stresses knowing when to take a break during heated moments. Sometimes you just need to pause, cool down, prevent unproductive exchanges, and come back with a clearer head.
Indeed. A timeout can be incredibly productive. And it's also about finding common ground, engaging in open dialogues with curiosity, not defensiveness. Try to identify shared interests, values, and goals that still bind you, even when you disagree on something specific. Even in disagreement, if you approach it with genuine curiosity, you might uncover underlying values that align more closely than you initially thought. This can transform conflicts into opportunities for growth and deeper understanding. It's about solving problems together instead of being adversaries.
Yeah, makes sense. Moving beyond the conflict itself, how do we keep the connection vibrant and growing for the long haul? Because relationships need continuous nurturing and, well, maybe our love languages even evolve over time.
That's a great point. To enhance intimacy and maintain connection long-term, Dr. Howe highlights several crucial strategies. Building trust through vulnerability is paramount. Opening up about fears, dreams, insecurities. That requires empathy and feeling safe with your partner. Then, sharing experiences that matter, whether it's reliving personal stories that shaped you or actively creating new adventures together, that builds a rich tapestry of shared history and connection. The power of affirmation and support also plays a huge role. Consistently expressing appreciation, offering a listening ear, providing unwavering encouragement. It keeps the emotional bank account full, so to speak. As Shu Chen Hou profoundly notes, true connection is not measured by words spoken, but by how deeply they are understood.
That's a powerful thought. Wow. It's not just about the words, but the understanding that underpins them, the resonance.
Yes, exactly. Additionally, regular check-ins and adjustments are vital. Dr. Howe suggests dedicating specific non-crisis time for open dialogue. Use this time to discuss feelings, concerns, evolving needs, ensuring nothing festers unspoken. Celebrating milestones together, both the big achievements and the small daily victories, reinforces your commitment and validates the shared journey you're on. And finally, adapting love languages through life changes. This is critical. As life circumstances evolve, maybe kids come along, career shifts happen, new stressors appear, expressions of love must adjust. This happens through open communication, ensuring both partners still feel valued and understood. A new parent, for instance, might suddenly prioritize acts of service way more than quality time, and just acknowledging that shift is key.
So what this all really means is, the journey of continuous growth in relationships is truly a lifelong endeavor. It's a beautiful process of learning and adapting together constantly.
Exactly. It's about lifelong learning, embracing change and evolution not as threats, but as opportunities for deeper connection. It's about celebrating progress and setting future goals together, understanding that relationships are dynamic, living things. This allows us to cultivate a deeper connection that withstands the test of time because, as Dr. Howe reminds us, better communication transforms not only relationships, but also the way we see and understand the world. It really is a holistic transformation.
Wow. What an insightful deep dive into Dr. Shu Chen Hou's The Love Language Code. We've truly extracted some profound, practical tools and insights for building stronger, more understanding relationships. This isn't just theory, is it? It feels like a roadmap for real-world connection, something we can all start implementing, well, today.
Absolutely. And maybe as a final provocative thought for you, our listener, consider this week, what small intentional step can you take to speak your partner's love language more clearly? And just notice, how might that ripple effect through your connection? Even the smallest, most authentic shift can create profound and lasting change.
That's an excellent challenge, and it really brings the abstract into the actionable, doesn't it? We strongly encourage you to explore more from Dr. Shu Chen Hou. Her background is truly inspiring. A scientist who transitioned into this engaging writer, a passionate music lover, and the visionary founder of Kokoshungsan Ltd.
Yeah, and Kokoshungsan's mission is really compelling. It's all about empowering through education, making knowledge accessible, fostering personal development, professional growth, and even financial independence. It's truly a movement aimed at global change, rooted in the belief that knowledge is the ultimate catalyst for transformation.
To learn more about Dr. Hou's incredible work and support her commitment to education accessibility and social impact, we definitely urge you to visit Kokoshungsan.net. Kokoshungsan.net. You'll find a wealth of resources there that align perfectly with everything we've discussed in today's deep dive.
Thank you so much for joining us on this exploration of love and communication.
Until next time on the Living Well, Living Rich podcast.
Silence of night, dreams whisper call. Through doubts and fears, find your inner throne. Every setback a chance to reclaim. Let your passion ignite, let it flame. Soar like a phoenix through darkest skies. Let your spirit shine, let your soul rise. Trials and lessons, every step a burn. With each stride, let your fire churn. In doubt's echo, find strength, stand tall. In adversity's face, defy and enthrall. Stumbles lead to peaks, challenges you seek. Every hurdle a lesson, every trial unique. Soar like a phoenix through darkest skies. Let your spirit shine, let your soul rise. Trials and lessons, every step a burn. With each stride, let your fire churn. Break free, leave chains behind. Embrace the unknown, heart refined. In every moment your greatness is sown. Your story's power, let it be known. Soar like a phoenix through darkest skies, let your spirit shine, let your soul rise. Trials and lessons, every step a burn. With each stride, let your fire churn. Break free, leave chains behind. Embrace the unknown, heart refined. In every moment, your greatness is sown. Your story's power, let it be known. Soar like a phoenix, the darkest skies, let your spirit shine, let your soul rise. Scars and lessons in the silence of night. Dreams whisper call. Through doubts and fears, find your inner flow. Every setback a chance to reclaim. Let your passion ignite, let it flame. Soar like a phoenix, the darkest skies, let your spirit shine, let your soul rise. Drowned out in lessons, every step a burn. With each stride, let your fire churn.